Welcome back, guys, to episode 4 of The Journey. Episode 3 was all about enrolling in my course, spending time and finding my first mentor in Andrew Papp. And from there, once I joined Battlefield and I started to recognize, where my career would take me, where I felt like my passion and purpose was. As I spoke about in the last episode, I enrolled into my Cert 3 and 4, which would start into the new year. So as we roll into 2016, I started my course. I think it was like midway through January. It was full-time for 5 weeks down in Sydney, just across the road from Central Station. And then we would have 1 or 2 weeks off, and then we would be full-time to do my Cert 4. So Cert 3 allows you to work on a gym floor, essentially. And then Cert 3, you're obviously a personal trainer, and you can sort of run your own business, obviously, when you have insurances attached to that. So what happened was when I was starting my course, I had a clear vision. I'm a very, very ambitious kid, and I had a clear vision of when I wanted to get started. And I wanted to be proactive versus reactive. A lot of people since and over particularly the last 18 months, I've had a lot of trainers come to me, and I've given them they've asked for some advice, and I've said to be proactive from the start as soon as you're doing your course. So when I was doing my course, on the train down, I would plan my sessions, or I would reply to social media comments, or plan my Sunday sessions, or do some work in leading up to going to campus that day. And what I was doing on the way home, I was planning my afternoon client session. So I was training friends and family for $5, and I wanted to build up that confidence within myself, build up a little bit of credibility, a bit of awareness as well. So I had started to migrate from, I guess, your typical posting of photos more into a fitness business style Instagram and social media accounts, and I started posting new equipment I was getting and stuff like that. So as I was coming home on the train every afternoon, I would plan those afternoon clients. I would come home and I would typically do 2 or 3 sessions in the afternoon, just to build up that awareness and that credibility. And I was doing this for about 10 to 12 weeks as the course was going on. On top of that, I was starting to run some free sessions on the weekends, $5 sessions, free sessions, and I had a really, really great backing. Back in those days, social media in 2016, the organic reach was really, really fantastic. So you could put up a post and a lot of people would see it. So I would run events, and I would schedule events through Facebook, and people would click go in, and I would have 2 or 3 time slots. And it was fantastic. We were getting 15 people to 3 sessions, and it was really, really good to be able to build up that awareness. And I was doing all of this whilst I was doing my course. So I was building up that credibility. I started my business Facebook page and Instagram page, DMR, and people started to really absorb and really recognize and attach themselves to it. The backing was really, really great. I was really honored and blessed that so many people supported me from the start, and people saw the potential in me. So it was really, really incredible to be able to have those Sunday sessions and those Saturday sessions and those PTs early on, which made a huge, huge impact when we first launched our first program, which I had envisioned to start in about the May period. So that whole start of the year was about, how can I start my first program hitting the ground running? And that should be the focus if you want to get into the industry. It's not about doing your course and going, oh, well, where's the clients? You have to go and find them. You have to be proactive. So I knew that I wanted to start my 10-week program in May. So I was proactive from the start of the year. I knew I was going to start posting more. I was happy to do free sessions and $5 sessions. It's all a part of it, and build up that credibility. So by the time May came around, like I said, I hit the ground running. And that's what episode 5 is going to be all about, is how did we start? Where did we start? What was the numbers like? What was the program like? How did I change my ideas and adapt to everything that was happening? Invoicing, insurances, admin, all those new things, all those new, I guess, terminologies, all those new things you just don't know about. And these are all things that I had to learn very fast, and it was a really great way to grow really early on. So I can't wait to bring that to you in episode 5, where I talk about how we got started, essentially.